Welcome to NBA Basketball. I'm Damon Bruce, and we've got you covered here on 2K Sports. Saturday in the NBA. It'll be the Toronto Raptors facing off against the Atlanta Hawks. And that's it for now. Let's send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. Enjoy the first half. We'll see you soon.
And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We're here to present the NBA on this Saturday afternoon. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Raptors, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11" big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Damari Kidd, and it's Sillinger in at the 4 slot. And for Atlanta, Schroeder is out there with Kent Bazemore. And it's center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Millsap in at the 4 spot.
Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team. It gets worse when you're a lottery team yourself and you're trying to build your talent base up. But the Raptors' number 12 pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
Now here's Millsap. Schroeder off a pick from Millsap. Here's Bazemore. Clock at 6. Some solid defense from DeRozan.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on to it was, Steve, if they jumped up to the top 3 in the lottery.
And as bad as it might seem for the Raptors to have not had a first, and it is bad, it was as good as any other time for them to not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep, and the Raptors have a lot of young talent already and that they can make improvement with.
Well, you take a look at DeMar DeRozan out of USC, just signed a really big contract recently, and I love his size and athleticism at the 2-guard position, and he came into the league as a guy who could finish inside, and despite the criticism he's received, I think he's really grown as a consistent perimeter shooter as well. This is a tough matchup for just about every other 2-guard in the league.
Now here's DeRozan. Lowry drives in, kicks it to Carroll. Fires the 3. That's good. Carroll's got his first 3 points of the game.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
And going into last season, DeMar DeRozan receiving a 4-year, $42 million contract extension.
Big money for a player who so far has shown himself to be a solid starter in the NBA, but obviously great potential, or the Raptors wouldn't have paid him. Still very young, can really run and jump. If he can improve that jump shot, he has a chance to be a star.
Gets it to go.
Not what they drew up, but they'll take the 2 points.
The Hawks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Schroeder, it's it to Bazemore. And Valanciunas with the block.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts. Trying to take the lid off the basket.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Toronto working the ball around now. Carroll passes to Sillinger. Knocked away. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Here's Schroeder, now recovering. 6 to shoot. Here's Korver. Millsap trying to get open. Atlanta again missing. Raptors leading by 7. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
guys. Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Dwayne Casey. A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard, and rightly so. He said, we know Dwight can do it all, and he's going to take a 5-man effort to slow him down. He can finish, block shots, rebound. The guy is almost 7 feet of pure muscle, and there is just no way to handle him one-on-one. If there is a way, the NBA hasn't discovered it yet.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Shaq with it. Lowry picks him up. Pass to Hardaway. Dishes it to Jack. Back to Hardaway. 2 on the run. Can't get it to go. And Toronto will come the other way. Outside Lowry. Carroll. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back to Jack. Six on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Great job taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That's good from Jack. The Raptors making a switch here. And Jack drops them both.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
And here's Lowry. Feeds it to DeRozan. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Jack.
Right there!
And no good trying to get that one. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Raptors lead by 9. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them. Well, one of the things you love about Jared Jack, other than his leadership and professionalism, is his ability to create his own shot. I mean, he is strong and athletic and very aggressive in looking for his shot. It's tough for a defender to body him up or throw him off stride by playing physically with him because he relishes in that.
And here is Jack after the three-pointer from Ross. And Jack, here we go. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Toronto leading by 10. And Clark, moments ago, he just talked about Jared Jack. He can make some tough shots, Steve. We saw it all season long with Golden State last year.
Well, he's fearless, Kevin. His ability to shoot off the dribble and knock down a three, but in pressure situations, he seems to really thrive. And I think that's where he separates himself from a lot of NBA players. Well, Clark knows more about Sullinger than I do, being that they're both Buckeyes. But I'll tell you what I like about him is just the fact that he's got that big, wide base. He's so strong inside and uses that strength as leverage to get shots off inside and get offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he's anchored in pretty well as a fundamentally sound low-post scorer. I mean, he knows what he's doing down there, uses angles well, deceptive strength, and the footwork is really solid.
And you'll see Dwayne Casey on the sidelines for Toronto. You know, he was the architect of the defense in Dallas when they won the championship back in 2011. So much deserved job for him here in Toronto. And I think he'll have plenty of success.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Humphries, hits the jumper.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, gentlemen, a big season for Jarrett Jack last year, a contender for the Sixth Man of the Year award. He said, quote, even if you don't start, you're able to have an imprint on the game. He talked about his versatility, playing either the one or the two, saying, I didn't know I was a combo guard until I came into this league. I just play hard. People know my MO. As long as I'm on the court, I'm going to do whatever it takes. Kevin?
Steady vet. Thank you, Doris. And that defense in Dallas that Dwayne Casey developed as an assistant, liberal use of zone defenses, Steve, it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it was great for the personnel that the Mavs had, but it was a very innovative zone, kind of a hybrid zone, like a switching man-to-man type thing, almost like a college matchup zone that you see. And I think we're going to see more and more teams, Kevin, playing zones as the NBA continues to evolve. More and more teams playing smaller, running more, playing shooters all over the floor. So zones do make sense, and Coach Casey really is at the forefront of that trend.
Atlanta calls timeout. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back out of the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical, it's been fast, it's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
You know, when Terrence Ross was drafted 8th overall, a lot of people were kind of scratching their heads as to why the Raptors were taken at that position. Some debate and uncertainty still resides there in the minds of some, but it's not quite as questioned because he's shown that he's got the tools to be a great wing player down the road.
There's the steal. And, oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break champs. Powell gets to Patterson. The dish to Joseph. And there's the pass to Sullinger. And that's a foul. It's called on Tabo Separation. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, even though Terrence Ross didn't get the most playing time in his rookie season, he got enough on a consistent basis to flash what he was capable of with the Toronto Raptors last year.
Well, really, as a rookie, all you want is a chance to show what you can do on the court, and I thought Ross did that. Made some highlight reel plays with his athleticism. Can really run and get up and dunk, and he's got a nice three-point stroke as well.
Joseph, defended by Schroeder. Shot by Joseph, no good.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And Bazemore kicks to Howard. 8 feet away. Gets it to go. Here's Powell. Pass to Ross. He feeds it to Patterson. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Patterson, the screen. Joseph dishes to Patterson. And the rebound goes to Howard. The Hawks trail by 12. Here's Bazemore. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Bazemore's got his first points of the game. Joseph, the pass to Sullinger. Ross. Up off the
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, this was one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the NBA last season, guys, about 72%.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. He got it up. No good on that last second attempt there. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Toronto ahead. They lead by 11. And we'll have the start of the second half when we come back after the break. But right now, let's go over to Damon Bruce with the Sprint Halftime Show.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Saturday, the best day of the week. Let's make it even a little bit better with a halftime show. Toronto leading against Atlanta, simply dominating both ends of the court. They're playing an inspired brand of basketball. A productive first half for DeMar DeRozan. Terrence Ross has also been a factor for them. And the Hawks are still in it, going all out. The outside shot just not there for them today, but that certainly hasn't stopped them from trying. We might see some adjustments after the break. Jarrett Jack making the most of his minutes. Dwight Howard has also been a big contributor. Now we'll send you back out to Phillips Arena. See you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.